Hey, good afternoon. This is J.R. Rice again with Arlen Love or Arlen Jimenez. We're here in the Los Angeles area, and we've been having discussions the last few weeks on nutrition and spiritual health and physical exercise and such. And the last time we talked about physical exercise, we were a bit philosophical. And I'm going to remain that way on this channel for a while, because I think there's a million YouTube channels you can go to see how to do a squat or a lunge, or how do you do a bicep curl correctly. But I think people fail to instruct the general audience and the fitness wellness, viewing audience on how to think, how to view themselves, how to view exercise, how to keep themselves motivated. That's more of a philosophical juncture. And so I really want to go backwards now. The last time we talked about the fitness model, figure model, bodybuilding industry, and how it affects the public. And that's in a way kind of looking forward from the eyes of a potential customer or a client or a person who wants to be fit, and what they look at now. But now I'm going to tell you to kind of be a little bit retrospective, to look back historically. I had the privilege some years ago to visit some ancient cities and see statues that, it had never crossed my mind how fit the human body was culturally in the past. And you see these statues of either kings or generals or pharaohs or competitors in the games, gladiators and such. And you see some of the most symmetrical, defined, fit bodies ever. And it just crossed my mind that achievement was completed without a gym, without a dietitian, without a Pilates instructor, without a dumbbell. How did that person become that fit? There's no way someone just imagined the statue in their mind and went, oh, I'll make a body look like this. They actually saw people walking around that fit, that in shape. And then it dawned on me on my plane flight back, how can I convey that to my clients? What does that mean about our culture? The thing is that those were cultures where everything you did was physical. There was no refrigerator, right? So if you wanted food, you couldn't just go to your fridge. You had to walk to a market every single time. There was no elevator. So if you're in a place with a tower, you walk the stairs. There was no washing machine. The women washed their clothes by hand. I can even think in my own family, not even that far back in history, where my mother showed me, photos of my great-grandmother washing clothes with a washing board. That is physical work. Carrying loads back and forth when they had no car. How did they get groceries back and forth from the market? So on and so forth. How things were built. There was no, machine saw. A man sawed wood. If he was a carpenter, he sawed with his hands. And so as I'm thinking about that, I'm saying to myself, that changes me as a trainer. Some 15 years ago, when I first thought about this, that changes me as a trainer and a therapist on what I tell my clients in the gym. Your goal in a gym, if you really be thoughtful about this, if you're trying to be fit, I'm using that word very loosely, you're not aiming for a six-pack or a better looking back or arms or legs. What you're really aiming for is to be prepared for an activity. And to think what you're really trying to accomplish is in 2 hours a day, the same caloric expenditure, the same sweat prowess, the same effort, the same labor as they did in a normal 8 to 10 hour workday. Because everything in those days was labor. So when you go into the gym, you say, what I'm trying to accomplish, well, can I really burn that many calories in a day? Can I put that much effort in? Can I gain that much strength? Now think about my grandfather. We used to call him Big Daddy. And I thought about how in his own backyard, how he formed by hand. He had no tractor, right? He had no machines. And I think, well, how can I replicate that effort in the gym? So really, for you to motivate yourself is not so much as, again, I say again, don't look at the cover of a magazine or on a fitness page and say, I want to look that way. Your thought should be, how do I squeeze that much effort into an hour and a half, 2 hour, maybe 2.5 hour bout of exercise in the gym? How do I mimic that? See, if that's me, I'm not sitting down on a bench and doing a one-arm curl if I'm trying to have that expenditure. My lift would become more functional. I would work more in space. I would have less rest between sets in the gym, like the obvious person who, does a set in the gym and then talks on a cell phone for 2 minutes, right? Your mindset changes. For you to be truly fit, that doesn't mean that you to look fit, but for your body to work properly, to be efficient, it takes a lot of effort. Not just the clean eating, we talk nutrition days, but squeezing that ancient lifestyle into 2 hours in the gym takes a lot of effort. If you want to know how, some different techniques you can use, make it more concise, you can email us at whoamInthemovement@gmail.com. You can leave comments and questions below on this actual video, and I'll send some answers back. But I really want you to change your thinking. Approach the gym as if you're squeezing a 2-hour ancient weekday into a session. Take care. See you next time.